Got it figured out why the pump cracked. It's not because I didn't drain it. Either the fucking slab settled or this block of wood shrunk up or something over the years. And that jack wasn't holding the tail end of it up tight. Fucker cracked alright all the way around damn near. Well, today we got the old cracked pump off the well. We got one of the spares out of the garage. I don't know if it's any fucking good or not. We're gonna find out. Got this nice extra long cord to replace the little short bastard that come off of there so we can reach the power pole. We'll get all this confuculated onto the pressure switch there and plug her in and see if she cheeches. It's either gonna go really good or really bad. Well, today we got the spare pump out of the garage and got a brand new pressure switch on her. Wired it up to this nice long cord that'll actually reach from our power pole on over to the pump house. You know, maybe a little bit extra, but you know, it was a free extension cord, so who gives a shit? We're gonna go ahead and plug her in, give her a dry run. Yes, I know there's a tag on it that says do not run dry. I give fuck all. It didn't want to turn over by hand, so we're going to plug it in, see if she turns over before we bolt it to the wellhead and do all that extra fiddle fuckery. It is not going to hurt to run for 2-3 seconds dry after it's been sitting in my garage for the last 20 years, I'm sure. If it does, whatever, sue me. Who gives a fuck? And there you go. She goes. She runs. Mint. So, now we've got to get that minty old unit there. Bolted up with a gasket onto that there wellhead. And should be mint. That was way fucking easier and less hassle-free than I ever expected. Normally shit around here, you would have had to have gone through every pump in the garage until the last one you tried was the good one. See if we can get this fucking thing to prop open here. Oh yeah. You really only need one hand to lift it. I mean, this lid, it's not like it's made out of a fucking exterior door with 3/4 inch board. God knows how many layers of rolled roofing and tin over top. Oh no, it's barely heavy. But, you know, you just cannot beat the old stuff. You can go buy you a brand new pump for fucking $700-800, whatever they cost you anymore. This whole thing has been sitting in my garage. My grandpa's been hoarding it for God knows how many years. And probably could have used the pressure switch that was on it, but my buddy Danny hooked me up with a brand new one and explained to me how to wire her. And you know, that's you don't call the fucking well guy. That shit costs money. It's not that hard. Figure it out. Do it your fucking self. Get off your ass. Whatever you got to do. It's easy shit, man. Run into town because I needed some cork board for the gasket between the pump and the wellhead, because I have some here, but it's, you know, 30 years old and dried out and just cracks if you even breathe on it too hard. So now we got to clean up, well, this is the bad pump, but we got to clean up this surface on the good pump, pull these studs out and put them in the good pump. And we got to clean all of this shit off of the wellhead here. And for once, I did not lose the hardware. We got all the washers and the nuts and even got a cap for a pressure switch. I mean, this is high quality work we're doing here compared to what normally goes on. This is going to be mint. Relocate into the tool shed here because, you know, wind's kicking up and it's colder than a witch's titty in a brass bra. Figured I'd throw in a free fucking tip for you guys that don't know nothing. When you're trying to get these studs out, you just jam your 2 nuts on there. I usually try and get my wrench on both nuts, and that fucker will spin right out of there for you. Nice and easy. And I don't even know how long this stud's been threaded into this pump, but she come right out nice and mint. No hassles. Got the new pump here on the bench, making the gasket out of this here cork board. Took some of this here chalk line chalk and fucking packed her on there with my finger on the end of them studs and stuck the gasket to the end and hogged the holes out with the old razor knife. And now we just got to cut the 2 ports out and hope we don't fuck her up because we got too much time into it now. And yeah, it should be mint. I mean, you barely got to worry about me fucking it up. I wouldn't do a thing like that. Another update on the new fucking pump project here. A couple days since we worked on it. Get the new pump all hooked up. And it's running right around 30 pounds. And I'm like, fuck, last time, you know, there was water leaking all over the floor when the pump wouldn't hold pressure. Nah, this time it's got a little pinhole right there. Well, it had all the water going about fucking 35 PSI. Just soaked all that fucking insulation. Soaked the whole fucking floor. But it works. Now everything's fucking wet in here again. But it's working. I do have a 1-inch pipe threader. So the plan now, if we can get this nipple out of here and thread it, we take this here reducer and hose bib and thread her right onto there and delete that old rubber hose. Who knows? It might come out of there. It's not like it's been in there for fucking 40, 50 years. We'll give her a go. See what happens. Little update here. Finally come off my wallet. Bought some nice new frickin', well, this is new. This is a used coupler because mismeasured. Bought a 3-inch coupler. Needed a 3/4 by close. Brand new frickin' gate valve courtesy of Danny. But let's see if we can see here. Down that line, there's a busted fucking fitting or compression fitting or something, or union. So now we get to go back into town, even though we just went into town for nipples. Now we need some couplers for copper. Never frickin' ends. I'm trying to get the water up and running. Deleted the compression union that was right there and sweated in some copper couplers. Doesn't look very pretty. First time I've ever done any soldering on copper tubing. But done some radiators and shit, never tubing. And I mean, it didn't go too bad. It could be worse. Could always be worse. Now, the issue we're having now is I had the pump bolted right onto this flange with the studs, and that stud on the left-hand side was stripped out. So I got all kinds of fittings and, you know, $30 worth of shit from the hardware store, trying to put it together with solid pipe and these galvanized unions. But the damn threaded ports on here are too close together, and the nuts on the union keep hitting each other, and there ain't enough room between the wellhead and that wall for all the pipe and the pump to fit. So we're probably going to have to, hopefully we can turn this wellhead and angle the pump that way. But then we're going to have to reconfigure this whole unit, the outlet, to line back up with the pipe that goes into the house. Or we might end up using some of these barb fittings for now to save a little time and money and just put some food grade hose between the pump and the wellhead. But if we do that, then we still have to reconfigure that whole outlet to connect back to this, which no matter how we do it, it's going to be a problem, and I don't know quite what I'm going to do yet, but you know, we'll figure it out. A couple more days of work, a couple more fucking half my paycheck thrown at it. We'll have her up and running. No big deal.